So, as many of you know, prior to this pandemic, I was trying to improve my pickup skills and become an expert pickup artist and master seducer, which proved to be pretty challenging, but overall, I feel I made progress. I made progress when I started actually approaching women. I made progress when I started to get more comfortable doing it. I made progress when I got a girl's number for the first time. I made progress when I figured out an effective way of getting a girl that's walking to actually stop and converse with me, something I really struggled with for some time. Right? It used to be that if a girl was walking when I started talking to her, she might acknowledge my presence and even be relatively friendly, but then just keep walking. So, when I figured out how to effectively get them to stop walking, that was like a big deal. And once I got good at stopping girls, I started to get better at conversing with them. But then the coronavirus came along, and not long afterward, all the places I frequent for improving my pickup skills started closing down. Thankfully, some of them are starting to open back up a little, but during the entire time that they were closed, I didn't make one single approach. Frankly, approaching a girl during a time when there's a legal expectation to social distance and keep my face covered when I'm in public just makes this shit even more awkward and difficult than before. Look, I'm not saying I intend to give up on pickup forever. I'm saying that in practice, it seems like I gave up weeks ago. And even though some of my places are starting to open back up, I'm not feeling ready to get back out there and do my thing. We're still expected to keep our distance from one another, and we're still expected to keep our faces covered. And I'm afraid I'll get kicked out of my favorite mall or something. One thing's for sure, though. If we get to a point where the masks start coming off and people are going back to life the way it was before the pandemic, I'll get back out there and pick up where I left off. But right now, it's too awkward.